Greetings, adventurers! It's Super Dungeon Explorer back with a real-life video. Today, we're going to be talking about the effectiveness of characters. I figured I better talk about characters. So this week, we're going to talk about Princess Malya, I believe that's how I pronounce it, and Royal Paladin. These are two of the strongest characters in the entire game. So it's best to talk about them first, I guess, if you're a new player. Princess Malya was a limited edition. She's hard to come by. You can get them on eBay every once in a while. There's one on there right now, I think for 50 bucks, but that's a little ridiculous. So otherwise, you can do like I'm gonna do. So what I did was I got a hold of the updated deck. So I have the Princess Malya card, and then when I want to play Princess Malya, I just use any random miniature. So I'm a real cheap Super Dungeon Explorer player. Sorry to those who are completionists, but today in the demo that I'm going to do here in a little bit, I'm going to be using the Barbarian model, so that Barbarian will be the princess. So first of all, we're just going to talk about the princess. Up at the top right, her move is 8. That's a pretty big move, so that's good. And she's got 3 action points, and if you look down at her abilities, you'll see that she has a red action that takes 2 points and a blue action that takes 1. So she could do ideally both of them in one turn, and one of them is to heal from range 2 away, which is good. So if she's in a big party, she can heal 2 away. She's probably going to be 2 away from almost everybody, and if she's not 2 away from you, she can get there with her 8 moves. So pretty much, you take a wound, she'll take her. She'll fix it. Like when you're in the war and you're screaming medic, she shows up. So let's go over her other stats here. Her strength is 3 blue, and it's got a 2, which means that she can hit someone from 2 away, which is good. Her armor is 2 blue. Her will is 2 blue, and she doesn't really have anything for will. I guess if it's a will versus a will, she's fucked. It's not that great, 2 blue, but who can blame her? And then 2 red dex is good. If you look, she can also use her dex for armor, so that's good. If you're not a big fan of her 2 blue, you could just use her 2 red, which most people will because you have the chance to get more stars and less chances for hearts and potions. She's got 5 health. She's got one potion token. That's pretty sturdy stats, you know? I'd pick her. If I was a new person, I would definitely pick her. And then, like I said, we're going to go to her abilities. And she's got Energy Blast, which is a range of 8 and a burst of 1. And that's good, which means effectively if she aims at something, she's going to hit everything that's adjacent to that with a burst. So that allows her to, if things clump up, she can take out more than one enemy, ideally on a turn, with a range of 8. So she can move 8 and then a range of 8, which means she can attack things that are pretty much 16 squares away, which is the whole damn board. Which, like I said, makes her one of the best characters in the whole game. So, and then her Spark of Life ability is an augment, which means it hits friendly characters. It's got a range of 2, so if you're more than 2 squares away from her, you can't benefit from it. But then she can heal 1, so she just chooses someone on the battlefield. Pretty much goes, hey, I'm gonna heal you, and boom, that's taken care of. So if she's hanging out behind your tank, then she can, heal him pretty well. Mr. Tom is an augment as well, with an aura of 3 and a +1 blue armor. Now, the most important thing to look at her potion here is that it's green, which means she can do it on the console's turn. So if somebody goes to attack her allies, she can effectively make her allies drink the potion on the console's turn to get +1 blue to their armor and radiate that +1 blue in an aura of 3. So if she's in a better spot, she could drink it in response to you being attacked, and then she could emit an aura of 3 and give everyone plus blue armor. So as soon as whoever your console player is starts going, I'm going to attack this person and this person, then she can be like, well, okay, I'll just drink this, and then since they're within range of it, they'll get +1 blue armor, and hopefully ruin the console's plan. So that's really good. So we're going to move right on to the Royal Paladin now. He's got 6 movement points, which is a pretty good for a tanky character like he is. He's like a blaster. He deals damage to one enemy really well, and that's good. He can get within range of most bad guys that he wants to target with 6. He's got 3 action points. His smite, it takes 2 action points, and his iron halo takes 1, so he can effectively do both things on a turn. Anybody that can do most of their actions in one turn is, a contender for really good status, unless their abilities aren't good. And we'll talk about some of those characters whose abilities aren't good later in the series. Going down the list here, his strength is 2 red with a range of 1, and that's pretty solid. No one can get mad at 2 red on a Super Dungeon Explorer character. His armor is 2 blue and a red, so it's not bad. The Paladin's good at everything. Obviously killing stuff, he's good at helping allies, he's good at staying alive, he is a tank character. That's his primary role, I guess. Most people pick him when they want to tank. They think about like World of Warcraft tanks, and they're like, well, Paladins, they're really good, so he's probably really good, so they just go with the Paladin, and they're right. He's really good at being a tank, and he's really good at buffing, but we're going to get down there in just a little bit. His will is 3 blue. That's a strong, steady will, save. I'm going to use the word save like Dungeons and Dragons, the will save. So if an opponent has a will ability to use against him, then he's pretty good at, outwilling them, if you will. Will. We just call him Will Smith. I was kidding. Dexterity, 2 blue. I'm not mad at Dex because he doesn't have a ranged attack, and so he can't use his Dex for armor. So I'm not gonna, wish they'd given him any more dice for that. So it's 2 blue for what he is. You can't get mad at it. And again, he's got 5 health as well, and he's got room for 1 potion. Now, going over his abilities here, he's got 2 action points for this offensive ability called Smite. It's a range of 1. It gives him +1 red to his strength. It causes knockdown and fire. Now, knockdown is really good because knockdown they have to expend all of their action points or all of their move points to get up from knockdown. They can't do anything until they've stood up. So if it succeeds, then he's either effectively caused that enemy character to not be able to move next turn, or they're not able to attack, depending on whichever one they decide to sacrifice, And it catches them on fire. So at the beginning of every turn, every upkeep, the opponent it's on fire, it will take 1 wound. So if the enemy has 2 health, then he'll more than likely with 3 red, he's going to hit you, and you're going to be at 1. And then at the start of their turn, when they go to stand up or whatever, they're just gonna take fire damage instead and die. The last thing I remember before I died, I was laying on the ground. It's like that. So if they've got more health than 2, he won't kill them obviously, but 2's hard to come by. So he kills most enemies in 1 go. And he's got Iron Halo, which is a defensive action. It's got Augment as well, which means it can be used on friendlies. It's got an aura of 3 and +1 arm. It's the same thing as her potion, only he can only use it on his turn. So if you have both these characters in a party, like I'm about to have here in just a little bit, your armor is going to be just why not, And then that won't go away until the start of the next turn. So she can use her potion 1 turn, and then he can use Iron Halo the next, and they'll pretty much always get +1 blue to armor forever, if they're in tandem and if she gets potions. But then his potion is Augment Heal 3, so, and that's also green. It's an emergency potion, can be used on the console's turn. If you're about to die, if you're somehow taking on a boss and he's not, that can take you from near death to almost alive. Most characters only have like 5 health, so giving someone 3 of it is a big deal, and that just saves you from dying. So then he's giving you 3 health, and then if he's close enough to you, or if the princess is close enough to you, you're getting a +1 blue to armor. You're essentially immortal. The paladin can take on just about anything. And also, let's not forget, sorry, his ability there in the middle is Holy. A model with Holy may re-roll a single die when making offensive actions which target undead, demon, or nether models. But just know that if you're playing anything from the Von Drac almost, or zombies, Stilt Town zombies, things like that, he's going to be able to roll a single die. So if he, rolls 2 red and you don't like what they are, you can pick up the crappiest one and try it again. So that's really good. Most undead demons and nether models won't stand a chance against 2 to possibly 3 red on a smite, coming at them that he can reroll. That's intense. We're going to go into a quick demo, and I've got the princess and the Royal Paladin facing off against some enemies from the Old Growth Hollow spawn point. We got a Sprout, a Wisp, 4 Mooks, and 2 Turnip Heads. Now, this should be a really easy fight, and that's the point here, is to demonstrate how quickly these 2 characters can take out some of the basic enemies of the game. Now, if you use better enemies from other spawn points, then you get a different mix, but this is just meant to be a quick down and dirty to show off about how fast really they kill stuff with pretty much basic attacks. Like their abilities, their actions, we'll get into those, but for things that are clumped up like this, I'm going to try to just run in there and ideally just kill them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and run the Paladin over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, 5, get in there. So he'll stand right here. Now, the point here will be to see if we can use 2 red dice to kill a turnip head and 2 mooks. Now, the turnip head has 0 armor, and the mook has 1. So, if his first roll's better than 0, and his second and third rolls are better than 1, they'll all die. So, turnip head first. Can we roll better than a 0 with 2 red dice? I hope so. Yes, barely. Alright, turnip head will die. And we'll get a loot card for our backpack. Oh, nice, Knuckles. Can't get mad at that. Now we'll turn in. I just do it for the sake of knowing what I'm attacking. Please be better than a 1. No? Okay. And then we'll hit this one. And a 2. Okay, so boom. Now, ideally, it would have been really great. Oh, nice, a Dwarven Axe +1. That's all the strength. We're getting all the strength gear, so this shouldn't take very long at all. We would have killed this other mook, but the dice were not on our side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I want her to try and kill this sprout, because the sprout has an aura that gives all his Kodama and Kinoko, which these are Kodamas and the mushrooms are Kinokos. It gives them +1 blue to strength. So if we can kill him, they won't get the buff, ideally. So we're going to try. Now his armor is 2 red. So what we're going to do first is we're going to try to do a basic attack. The only way I'm going to get 2 attacks on him is to do one of them basic. So hers will be over here on her side, and then the Sprout's defense dice will be over on the Paladin's side. A 3 and a 2, so he avoided her basic attack. And we'll get rid of those, and we'll just try to roll an Energy Blast with a burst 1. And we know that the Wisp has an armor of 1, so if it is over 1, the Wisp will die as well. But the Sprout has 2 health, so he's not going to die. So I was trying to kill him, but that didn't work out. A 2, and he rolled a 4. So the Wisp will die, which is a burst 1. And none of these are insignificant. The only thing that's insignificant, I believe, is the squirrel from this, so a cloak. And these will all go in our backpack, so when we activate next turn. Now, unfortunately, he will be able to activate his aura, but it is only for a turn, and hopefully she won't die because she's got 2 red for dex. So now the monsters will go. The Sprout can attack, and he's not going to. He's going to activate his Rampant Growth. All Kodamas within the aura of 3. Now this is a tiny template that I made. It is incorrect before everybody freaks out, but it does get everything in front of him. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now anything that stands in that aura will be able to benefit from things. So they were all close enough that I'm just going to walk them over here. They were here. Let's see. Put them back. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They all have move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they will all 3 be able to try and hit our princess. So since they are in the zone, they get the buff to dice. So she'll get her 2 reds to defend. And then they will get, the turnip head will roll 3 blues. And then these 2 mooks will roll 4 blues. So his will be first. And if their attacks are successful, they will deal poison to her. And then if his attack is successful and he poisons her, they all have virulent, which means they roll an extra blue against things that are already poisoned. So if the turnip head poisons her, she might be in a bad shape. Nope. Okay. He rolled a 1. She rolled a 4. Nice. We'll go with a mook, and one of the mooks get 4 blue. So she didn't defend at all there. So she's going to take a poison and a wound. Sad. So she got a wound. I could have used her potion for a blue, but I just don't think that it's gonna. Yeah, wouldn't have done her any good because she couldn't exceed that. So I guess she could have matched it, but I'm not going to do it. All right, so now the other mook will get an additional 1 blue. And this time we will use her potion on the consul's turn to give her a +1 armor, a blue. So hopefully she will take less damage. She got a 1. She's having a bad day. Alright, take another wound, princess. Alrighty. And then this guy is going to try to hit our paladin. He just rolls 3. And our paladin rolls 2 blues and a red. Alright. One and 1. Alright, he takes nothing. And now our heroes will activate. We'll get rid of our poopy little template here that doesn't work on their turn because it's for strength. Alright, let's see. We'll give her a +1 to armor. She's not doing well. We're going to give her a +1 to strength because she might do some more basic actions. And we're going to give him a +blue to strength. There. Now, I'm going to basic attack this mook with my 2 reds and a blue. And the mook will die, hopefully, because he only has 1 armor. So, no. Oh, okay. This is the thing about dice here. Their stats look good, but if you don't roll well because you're an unlucky fuck. I'll try again. A 3, that'll kill him. And loot. More strength loot. Wow, that's super good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to attempt to kill the turnip head. 1, because he has no armor, and 2, because he can heal. So on the next turn, he could use an action to heal. We don't want that. So 2 reds and a blue for a basic, and boom, that'll do it. He'll draw out. He'll pop out pops a heart. The way I do it, the rule says that you can like heal. I think it says you can heal allies too, from any hero's game card. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pop off this poison. So it's either when a heart pops out, it's either heal a status effect or heal a wound. So this turnip head will die. We got our loot. Oh, we get a loot from that because the mook died. Yeah. More armor. That's good. And then we'll be done. Yeah, it looks like. So yeah, with him. Now she will activate, and she's going to. I'm going to kill this sprout. I just am. It's gonna happen. He's got 2 red. She's gonna roll. You know, I kind of want to just, yeah, we'll do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Energy Blast on this guy, and it should burst onto these guys. So, pretty much just roll this. 2 reds for Dex on him. 1, 1, and then he's going to roll 2 reds for defense. She rolled a 3, so dead, dead, and he did not die, so we'll get 2 more loot cards. Everything gives me loot. I have all the loot. I love loot. Okay, now that took 2 of her actions, and for her other action, we won't use an action, but we will go ahead and use her potion to +1 blue armor, or a 3, which we can use the same crappy little aura template and know that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Now, if you go behind her, I don't know why I can't help you, but that is the aura essentially that is being affected for the sake of the good guys. Now, obviously, I don't have a spawn point because I'm just trying to show you some of their abilities and how you can use them effectively to do stuff. Now, his smite will probably come in handy here in a minute after this evolves or transforms into King Sprout, but I'm not smiting anything right now. But if she doesn't kill him, since she didn't kill him, I guess he will turn into King Sprout in just a moment. I might have to smite him and then just just to get him to transform, shapeshift, whatever. All right, so that was their turn. He only has one thing. He has no one to hide behind. I mean, I'll make him attack, but it won't be good. I'll just go ahead and have her roll 2 reds to defend, and then I'll go ahead and use the aura because aura's centered on you, so it counts for you. So her defense will be on her side, and then the Sprout's attack will be on this side. Oh look, she didn't roll anything because she's a stupid. So she'll take another wound. Yep. That did not turn out good for her. And, oh, she had 1 to armor. I'm so sorry. So she did not take that wound. She has a +1 to armor, which means he tied it, so you have to exceed it to deal damage. Alrighty. He could move. Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who cares? Oh, and she got a 3 +1 blue to armor. I totally spaced it. I'm like, I'm gonna put this template here. And then that blue also sucked. So she didn't, yeah. It's a good thing she had a +1 to armor because she sucks. Just her armor sucks. Alright, even though she had dex, she was like, I don't want to today. I'm tired. I am tired. Alright. Backpack. Then re-equip. Let's see. We will be smiting. So we'll put a +1 strength. I wish smite dealt massive damage, but it will catch him on fire, so that's good. And we'll give him this. I'll give him this. And I'll give him this. Because she's going to be using dex, so. Since she is dying, we'll give her a heart-shaped locket. And a +1 to armor. Now, I'm a big fan of giving them a +1 as opposed to a +blue, because the 1 is guaranteed, you're guaranteed a 1. As with the blue die, you're only guaranteed, was it? Yeah, 3, what's it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 3 out of 6 sides are useless. So 50% of the time you're going to get nothing, and with a +1 you're going to always get +1. So then we'll just run over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and use an energy blast. Hopefully get this dude out of here. Energy blast on her side, and his 2 red armor on his side. Huzzah! Nice. She hit him. He'll take a wound. Sucks to be you, bro. And then with her extra 1, I guess we could go ahead and try it again to give her a. I think we could try to do a basic attack on him. He did not. 3 and 3. No. Okay. And then move of 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now, had the Sprout moved, I didn't even think about that. Had the Sprout have gone like 1 more, I wouldn't be able to do anything. But now we're gonna smite. So we're gonna get our 2 strength. We're gonna get our +1 from spikes. We're gonna get our +1 from smiting. We're gonna get our +blue from the brass knuckles, and then we're gonna add the number 1 to that for our dwarven axe. And then he's gonna roll 2 red to try and live. Good luck. Oops. Oh, really? Yeah. I threw it on the floor. And this is why I'm like, well, make sure you have something to roll in, but then I do have something to roll in, and I drop it. All right. His attack's in his side, and then the Sprout's defense is on the other side. Holy God. That was really 4 and a heart, so she'll heal a wound. And so he will be forced to shapeshift. Now, the thing about shapeshifting is they keep all their tokens and everything, so I believe he does still have the 2 wounds. I play that he has the 2 wounds. Now, it says for forced shapeshift, which we'll show you, when a model with forced shift is destroyed, instead of being removed from play, it immediately shapeshifts. So it says it's destroyed. So since you didn't remove it, you just shapeshifted it. I'm actually going to take these off. Yeah. So the King Sprout is, in my opinion, since he didn't, nothing happened. He didn't, you know what I mean? Let's just turn him into King Sprout. Now, yeah. The King Sprout has no move, so he's stuck right there forever. And he has 3 action points. And he has a range 4, pull 3 for grasping vines, which is 1 action point. So if you're going to try to run away, he can usually pull you in. And then he can slow with a wave 4 strength versus dex roll. It takes 2 action points. But his regular, what we're after is his range 4 basic attack, which is 2 blue and 2 red. So that's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So since we didn't really roll a bunch of armor, I guess these would be discarded since we did not equip them. If you play the backpack rule properly, you should discard the things you do not equip, so these will go away. I'll put them on the bottom here because I'm not going to get to those things. And yeah, opponent's turn. Since he was smited by the Paladin, I would assume that he has a grudge. So we're going to do that. And then, really? Alright. Armor, 2 blue and a red. We're going to go ahead and make it happen. The King Sprout's attack will be on the left, and the Royal Paladin's defense will be on his side. 1 versus 5, so the Paladin will take a wound. Paladin take again. We got a 6 versus 1. Paladin will take another wound. And then again, another basic action. Oh, and he's also the Paladin's poisoned from his attack. Sorry. Good thing he's not virulent, or I would have been like, crap. Ta-da! Alright, nothing versus something. So Paladin will get hit again. Now, you're all wondering, like, man, I thought you said the Paladin was really good. Well, I mean, he is. He's still alive, right? He's just poisoned and hurt. He's not dead. So, now we will go ahead and activate the heroes. I'm just going to leave the equipment like it is because I plan to do the exact same thing. And first thing we're going to do is I'm going to heal 1. I'm going to Spark of Life the Royal Paladin. And then I'm going to try to attack. So she'll use 2. I'll use 2 red. Note that King Sprout's defense is the same as regular Sprout. Alright, she rolled a 3 and King Sprout rolled nothing. So King Sprout will take a damage. And then she's going to do it, that's not again, Energy Blast takes 2. So that will be her turn. And the Paladin is going to smite. Ideally. Yep, he can. He can smite because he has only 2 action points. Alright, so let's do 2 for strength, 1 for spikes, 1 for smite, 1 blue for knuckles, and then give him 2 red to defend himself with. I really wish this did massive damage, but that's okay. If it hits him, he'll be on fire, so that'll be good. He got a 2, and we got a 6, so the enemy is on fire, which means at the start of his turn, he will take a wound. And I'll put that on his character, so I don't forget. Since I can only do 2 actions, smite will be my turn. Yeah. Now I'm going to stay where I am and stay right there. Let's see, his attack will be 2 red and 2 blue. And then our armor will be 2 blue and a red. And since the Royal Paladin already has 2, if I'm a plant, I'm thinking, man, I could probably kill this guy. So I'm just going to try to keep attacking the Paladin. But you can see what I was talking about, how they're both pretty good. Like, they're not dying. They're keeping each other alive. That was no deal versus 4, so that's good. Basic attack. Oh, and he takes a second one because he's on fire. Two versus 6. Rolling some pretty good defense dice here. All right, that time I spoke too soon. That was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. Our Paladin will take another one, and our Paladin's going to go ahead on the console's turn with the second heal 3. So I don't know if you can actually do that, because I guess technically the Sprout still could move, even though it has 0 moves, so it is still their turn, but I'm just going to use it on their turn, even though it doesn't really matter when you use it, because it doesn't take an action point or anything. So, all right. Now we're going to be the princess. And we're going to try to use an energy burst on him. Come on, energy burst. 2 versus 4. That did not work out. I don't think the Sprouts are her favorite enemy. It's like if she was a ranger, maybe she'd get like a plus D6. I'm just kidding. It's a D&D joke. Alrighty. The Paladin is going to smite, because that's all he can do. 2, smite, knuckles, spikes, knuckles. Versus 2 red. In case anybody cares, the Sprout used all of its movement points to stand up from the knockdown, which is 0, so nothing happened. You know what I mean? In case you were wondering. Yeah, 3, 4. That'll hit and knock him down again. So now the King Sprout is knocked down. It's going to use all 0 of its movement points to stand up again. You see, I count that as, because he can't go anywhere, so he can't be knocked down. He's rooted. You know what I mean? Even though it doesn't say he's immune to knockdown, you would think. Anyway, so since he's on fire, he takes another damage, and then he's going to try and hurt someone. And he's just a plant, and he realizes he's not going to kill the Paladin, so I guess he'll hit the girl. There's her 2 defense. Here's his red and blue offense. He rolled a 3, she rolled a 2, she'll take a wound. This King Sprout's giving me a lot of trouble. He rolled a 4, she rolled a 6, she'll take no wounds. He rolled a 3, she rolled a 3, she'll take no wounds. Alright, then her turn, she'll roll 2 reds, and he'll roll 2 to defend. She rolled a 4, he rolled a 1, and she will kill him. So now the King Sprout has taken enough wounds to die, and I've been victorious, and that wasn't too long. I don't really know what else to say except to remember that their potions are emergency potions, and they can be used on the enemy's turn. And they both pretty much have the same ability in his Iron Halo and her Mr. Tom potion. So, if you're looking for someone to help supplement the team, as you can tell, the Paladin is better at keeping people alive and doing damage and everything else. However, Princess Malya is good at dealing damage in a burst, and with 2 red, you know, for being able to tap into her dex for her attacks makes her even better. So, if you want to give her some, I didn't draw any, but if you were to get some better, you know, if you were to draw dexterity loot, she would have been a lot better. And that way, so in a bigger party, you can all just sort of like make sure she equips dex loot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the description of the characters and the small demo. If you would like me to demonstrate a certain character, please let me know down below. While you're down there, you can like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, don't forget to tune into the blog, go over to the website, see what we got going on. We got giveaways happening from time to time, and that'll be about it. Oh, and we're running a paint competition on March 17th, 2018. If you like to paint Super Dungeon Explorer miniatures, you should come check that out. Otherwise, this is Super Dungeon Explorer reminding you to join the party and get the loot, and I'll see you next time.